mixed together. I decorate the sides with broken Mexican tiles and seal it with grout. A neighbor comes over to take a photo. "Ooh, it's like we're in Morocco," she says cheerfully. But we're not in Morocco. We're in Athens, Georgia. How did I end up here? And why have I never left? How does anyone end up anywhere? My mother calls. I tell her about the Mexican tiles and the blue stairs. "Take a photo," she says, "and send it to me." "You wouldn't like it," I say. "It's very colorful." "You're probably right," she says. "I hate colors. What's that noise?" "It's a bird chirping." "Well," she says, "it's way too loud." My mother and I are 6 states apart, not counting the states we're in. 35 years ago, I was a yeshiva kid rocking back and forth in a gray wool dress, praying with all my might to a God as mysterious as the fairy tales I never read. My backpack was heavy with the Siddur, Chumash, and Mishnah I carried from my mother's house to my father's house and back again. I wore a shell of scripture. I wore a path. And now, I am in Georgia, raising 2 black Jewish boys, and wondering if we should get chickens. "Chickens?" says my mother. "For what?" "For eggs," I say. "That makes no sense," says my mother. Before my parents split, their hatred for each other created a hole in our house my brothers and I tunneled through, searching for a path that could bring us home. In fairy tales, there are paths made of needles and pins, and crumbs and pebbles, and yellow bricks and beanstalks, and golden tresses, and the notes of a magic flute, and girls running for their lives. The thread a girl pulls through a lost boy's foot to sew his shadow back on is a path, too. Fairy tales themselves are well-trodden paths. I scratch at its dirt with a stick. Letters appear like a scattering of seeds. They spell my name. They spell your name, too. Even if we've never been here before, we've been here before. I scratch at the dirt again. A small white pebble, no, a baby tooth that could easily be mine or yours, appears. We thought we lost it as children, but it's been here the whole entire time. "If not for you," says my son Eli, "I'd be nowhere." "If not for you," I say, "I'd be nowhere too." A large tree branch falls from our neighbor's tree, damages his fence, and lands across our driveway. This, too, is a path. This sentence is a path. And this book is a path. Like stretches of ancient roads, I connect pieces of fairy tales to walk me through motherhood, and marriage, and America, and weather, and loneliness, and failure, and inheritance, and love. I keep trying to use the words that might appear on the page I am looking for. I show my older son, Noah, how to make a compass. I rub a needle against a magnet in one direction until it, too, is a magnet. I slice a small piece of cork and balance the needle on the cork in a glass of water. "Look," I say, "the needle points north." "Does it always point north?" he asks. "I think so," I say. "Even if it's broken? Even if the cork is very, very old? Even if your eyes are closed? Even if the water is too cold?" Little pieces of cork stick to the side of the glass, like children staring out a window. "I don't know," I say. "Also, Mama, you didn't have to use a cork. You could have used a leaf. Or anything hollow. My teacher already showed us." I return to my childhood house. I am in New York visiting my mother, so I take the Q. I get off on Avenue J and walk behind a cloud of yeshiva girls drifting and thickening. Their long denim skirts make no sound. Their chatter is as soft and crisp and serious as their white button-down shirts. I walk behind them until I forget they're there, and when I remember them again, they're gone. The sky is higher than it was when I was a child, and the streets are emptier. When I get to the house, I imagine a miracle.